guys, welcome back to Lunch, the show where I make food, I review restaurants, I rant about stuff, and I cook stuff. Today's episode is going to be on a duck egg sandwich with hummus. Alright, so here are our duck eggs. Now all we need is the hummus, and that is right here. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to wash 2 eggs because I think for right now that's all we really need. Okay, so I washed these duck eggs because I did a study a few years ago about salmonella and stuff, and I think ducks are no different. These were grown on a big farm, and it's a lot better than like a mill thing. It was grown on one of my neighbor's yards. So these are good, but I just want to make sure, so I washed them. We got our hummus here and these. Now I'm going to crack these open, fry them in a pan, and make some scrambled duck eggs. Okay, so for anyone making eggs or frying anything in a pan like this, would always recommend using extra virgin olive oil or any kind of oil, really. Putting it on a paper towel and then wiping down the pan with it, because it really does help. And if you don't do that, it probably will stick and leave you this mess that you can't clean up. So always just put a little oil. You don't need that much. Let's light her up. Okay, so as this warms up here, I'm going to crack these eggs and put them in the pan. Now, one thing I want to note, these are extremely hard to break through and are really different than chicken eggs because the skin around the egg is so difficult to break. It's a lot harder to crack. Okay, so now I'm going to get a spatula and make sure that this doesn't stick to the pan. Even with the oil, it is apt that it's possible it will. I'm going to go ahead and break this up because I am making scrambled. A lot of people make scrambled eggs by mixing them first, which is a good thing to do with duck eggs too. But for the sake of video purposes and the fact that I am a little limited on time today, I think that not doing that is just fine and won't affect anything that much. So I have this on high, so this will cook the fastest, and it looks like it's so fast that it's almost done. It's surprising how little 2 giant duck eggs can make egg-wise, because look at that. That's not too much eggs there. That is a lot compared to 2 little chicken eggs, but still, that's really surprising. I put those on a plate. Now it's time to get the bread. Now, I would recommend using wheat bread, but you could use anything. I personally, or if you're allergic to wheat, whatever, just do something that is kind of simple, because if you use too fresh, complicated bread, might kind of lessen the taste of the duck eggs. So I would recommend using a very simple bread. I'm going to get this bread and put 2 slices in the toaster. Alright, so something I forgot to get were something fresh. So I got onions, and I know that looks like an egg, but it's onions. And then this is romaine lettuce. Now, there are lots of different types of lettuces. I personally like romaine and iceberg. I've tried other kinds, and I really don't enjoy them. Iceberg is my favorite, but it's also the least healthy, so it's kind of like a trade-off. I would recommend having romaine because it's kind of a light taste, but it really adds a lot. Okay, so something I would always recommend doing for lettuce, especially romaine, always put it in a bowl, and I don't need much for this, so I'm just putting 3 leaves, and fill it with the coldest water you can, because it will freshen the leaves, and you can leave it in there for just almost a minute or even less than that. Probably I'm going to put it in there for 2 minutes, and I'm sure it'll help. It's an awesome thing, and it really makes this lettuce come alive. And it's mainly for romaine, but all lettuces could always have this done to them. Alright, so as the lettuce is in the water, I'm going to go ahead and chop up some onion. Now, the onion, I personally like onion in very small little slices, like little blocks. But a lot of people like it in strings. Now, this is a different kind of onion than a lot of onions, but this works awesome. So onion is always good on egg sandwiches, any kind of egg sandwich, because it kind of just brings out flavor, because sometimes eggs can be a little drab. Because I'm also going to add mustard and onions together will add an excellent flavor. Alright, so now it's time to put the hummus on. Let's see, there we go. Hummus is an interesting addition. I've never had it with an egg sandwich, so I'm curious how this will taste. Let me go ahead and spread it on here like butter. Bread and butter, am I right? I have no idea what I'm saying. Alright, so there we go. Now I'm going to go ahead and scatter the onions all around in here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the lettuce, and I think we'll be done. So I'm putting the lettuce on here. I'm going to put this all together. And we have a delicious egg sandwich. Anything would work to drink with this, but since it's a morning more than a lunch thing, I would say orange juice is never a bad choice. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lunch just as much as the last one. This sandwich is an excellent sandwich, and I would recommend it to anyone who wants a good egg sandwich that is a duck egg sandwich. I enjoy this dish, and I hope you do too. See you guys tomorrow for another video.